Hello friends, I am Shivam Dave from Vision Academy. Today we are going to see another concept of chapter motion from the standard 9. The topic is speed and velocity. Speed and velocity are two fundamental important properties of this chapter. Speed and the velocity are the physical quantities, and based upon that we can also understood the new topic, that is acceleration. So let's start first of all the basic idea about the speed. Speed is nothing but when any object travels its distance from one place to another place. With respect to time, it could be measured. So object traveled its distance with respect to time will give you the physical quantity as a speed. The equation for speed from its definition can be given as distance upon time. So you know that the SI unit for the distance, that is meter, and SI unit for the time, that is second. So based upon that you can give the SI unit for the speed, that is meter per second or meter second inverse. Now here the speed is a scalar quantity. You should remember what is the difference between scalar and the vector. Scalar quantity is a such kind of quantity which requires only a magnitude. It does not depend upon the direction. Whether the vector quantities are such quantities which requires magnitude as well as the direction. In the speed, it mainly depends upon only the magnitude and it will ignore the direction. So that is why speed is known as a scalar quantity. So to understand this concept, let us take one example. Let's consider that one straight path is available with you and I have given this path as a two distance, the destination mark. The first one is my origination, that is the point A, and the second one my ending point, that is the B. Now there is a one car which has started its journey from the position A and it will reaches to the position B. Now during this interval it has covered by a distance, say for example 60 km, and it will take some time to travel this path, let's say for example 2 hours. So put these values into the given equation, that is speed is equal to distance upon time. So distance could be 60 km and time could be 2 hours. So that means it will give you the idea about 30 km per hour. So that is nothing but the speed. So in the such a way that you can identify the concept of speed. Now after the speed, the velocity is another important concept, and in this scenario we can say that the object should move its direction and it has something a value, means object should move with the something definite direction and it can gives you the concept of velocity. So whenever any object is moving with a definite magnitude as well as definite definite direction, that is nothing but the velocity. Now in the velocity, the concept of velocity, it gives you the idea about its SI unit. So the SI unit is nothing but the same as what we have seen in the speed, that is meter per second. But this concept is little bit of different from the speed whenever we consider as a scalar or vector. When we consider as a scalar or vector, this physical quantity will comes under the category of the vector quantity, because here the magnitude is important as well as the certain direction is very much important. So from this concept you should remember that velocity can be zero, velocity can be positive, and more importantly velocity can be negative also. Whenever the velocity can be differentiated into two parts, initial and the final. So whenever the final velocity will be less compared to your initial velocity, in such scenario you can give the answer into form of negative. What I said, whenever your final velocity will be less compared to your initial velocity, in such scenario you will get the answer into terms of negative. So it means that velocity can be negative also, which depends upon the direction. So this is the difference between the speed and velocity that you should remember. Now after understanding this concept, we will further move ahead this concept in terms of average speed and average velocity. Now here the word average is very much important. Why to summarize this word as an average? The reason is that when we consider the most of the objects are in a motion, and you know that it can be classified into two parts, uniform and non-uniform, but most of the objects are always in a non-uniform motion. So that means here, instead of explaining them every time in the category of motion, it is advisable to represent them into another formation because they are non-uniform motion. So to explain this concept, we have to introduce the concept that is called the average. In the non-uniform motion, you already knew about that, when the object covers unequal distance in equal interval of a time, and that is a non-uniform motion, and most probably the motion has been done in the most of the time or the most of the cases in this particular way. So friends, that is why here the average velocity and average speed are important part. So whenever our object is non-uniform motion, our average speed is represented as the total distance travelled upon total time taken. This is the equation regarding for the average speed. Now how to explain this concept with the help of example? See that, let's we consider that there is a one path is available for us, and we bifurcate that path into three different landmarks A, B and C. Now here I do have the distance from the position A to B, that is 5 meter, and from B to C, that is 5 meter. Now I do have one object which has to travel its journey from position A. Now this object travel its journey from A to B. At that time it will take 1 second, and when it covers from B to C, it will take 1 second. But here I am considering that my object is traveling from A to C and then again back C to A. So that means my situation is that object is going from A to C and then again C to A. So in such situation, if I want to find out what could be the average speed of this object, so how could I identify? So with help of this equation, what I can say that the total distance, that is 5 plus 5, that means AB plus BC, then again 5 plus 5, that means CB plus BA. It means that AB plus BC plus CB plus BA means 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, so that is 20 meter. The total time taken by the object, that is first 1 second, then second for the 1 second. Here I have taken 1 second, it could be possible that 2 seconds, and this example can give you in the form of uniform motion also, but right now we are considering that this is things in the form of a non-uniform. So that means A to B, B to C, C to B and B to A. So that means total time taken by the object, that is a 4 seconds. So here 20 meter upon 4 seconds will give you the answer 5 meter per second. So that is the average speed. You can take any of the things. For example, if you are going from your home to your school, and then again you are coming from your school to your home. So this example also you can consider, where first in the morning when you are going to school, at that time traffic is less, so time taken by you might be it is a less. But when you are going from back again to home, at that time traffic are more, so time period will be greater. So that means this fashion becomes a non-uniform motion. So over there also you can find out the speed, average speed of the object. Now after that, the average speed, we will focus on to the another one, that is nothing but the average velocity. Now in the average velocity, let's first of all focus on to the uniform motion. Whenever the object in a uniform motion, it is very easy to understand. Only the equation you need to represent, that is initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Initial velocity is always represented by small u, and the final velocity is always represented by small v, and you have to take the average of both the velocities whenever the uniform motion is there. It is the first and foremost important condition. So let's see that how to give the average velocity in the uniform motion. We consider that path is available for us and we divide it into the three different segments A, B and C. And now here we consider that A is our initial position. So my initial position is that at that time I do have one object. This object obviously in the rest condition, so there is no velocity, so means that 0 meter per second, that is my initial velocity. Now this object started its traveling from A to C, and C is the destination part where it has to reach. When this object reaches to point C, at that time we have to measure its velocity, and you could find out that it is nothing but the 30 meter per second. So that is my final position. So whenever the object has a final position, the velocity measured for the object is known as a final velocity. So my final velocity in such situation, that is 30 meter per second. So if I want to find out the average velocity for this path, I could take 0 plus 30 divided by 2, that is a 15 meter per second. That is my average velocity when the object in a uniform motion. But this is for the uniform motion. Suppose object in a non-uniform motion, and most of the time the motion is a non-uniform motion. At that time, which equation is very much essential for us? So friend, at that time equation is displacement upon total time taken. I hope everybody remember what is called the displacement. Displacement is nothing but the final position minus initial position of the object. That is known as a displacement. Now here in such situation we can also represent with the help of some example. So here there is a path. Again I have divided this path into the different categories. Now I do have a distance from A to B and B to C taken as a 5 meter. My object is available at the position A, and what I am doing right now, that my object is going from some one point to another point. When it is going from A to B, it covers 5 meter distance with the total time taken is a 1 second. When it is going from B to C, again it will take on 1 second. And now what I want to do, that when the object is going from A to C, it again get back to C to B, and it will be stick over there at the position B. So that means B is the latest position for the object. So now I need to find out average velocity. Now here in the equation of the average velocity, we have to utilize the concept displacement. Displacement, that means shortest path covered by the object, that is the definition, and we consider equation that is final position minus initial position. So friends, final position of the object here, it is at the B. So here my final position will be 5 meter, and initial position for the object, obviously it is a 0 meter, and the time taken by the object, that is 1 second for the A to B, B to C, that is a 1 second, and C to B, that is a 1 second. So total 3 seconds are taken when the object is going from A to C and C to B. So I got the average velocity, that is 1.67 meter per second. This concept is very much important for the average velocity part is concerned, because this is a non-uniform motion. So friends, you need to remember that whatever the data is given to you, it is uniform or non-uniform. So based upon that, you can utilize these equations. So this one is the concept of average velocity. So I hope all of you understood this concept. If you like my video, then please subscribe my channel, comment it. Any doubts are there, you can comment it, and you can ask me any questions. Till that, for the next lecture, goodbye and be safe.